One idea that I see clear as daylight is that misery is caused by ignorance and nothing else. Who will give the world light? Sacrifice in the past has been the law. It will be, alas, for ages to come. The earth's bravest and best will have to sacrifice themselves for the good of many, for the welfare of all. Buddhas by the 100 are necessary, with eternal love and pity.
The Ramakrishna order has its origin in and draws its inspiration from the life of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna was born in 1836 in the village of Kamarpukur. At the age of 18, through a series of events, Sri Ramakrishna found himself in the temple of Dakshineshwar as a young priest. But unlike other priests, this young man did not settle down into a life of ritualistic worship. Rather, like a scientist, he sought nothing but the truth. And like a true spiritual seeker, he plunged into the very reality of the image of mother he was serving. The intensity and scope of Sri Ramakrishna's sadhana is unique in the history of spirituality, anywhere in the world. He first attained the vision of the Divine Mother after 3 years of intense yearning. What did Sri Ramakrishna conclude after encountering the many faces of truth? His first conclusion was that God is real and can be realized by all. Second, to realize God is the goal of human life. Third, different religions are but various paths to that one truth. And fourth, God dwells in all beings as the Supreme Self. According to Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna's message to the modern world can be summarized thus.
Do not care for doctrines. Do not care for dogmas or sects or churches or temples. They count for little compared with the essence of existence in each man, which is spirituality. And the more this is developed in a man, the more powerful is he for good. Show by your lives that religion does not mean words or names or sects, but that it means spiritual realization.
Sri Ramakrishna's intimate disciples arrived one by one during the last 6 years of his life. Many of them were young, and he recognized their spiritual potential at first sight. The most important among them was Narendranath Datta, a young boy, precocious in his breadth of knowledge, well-read in Western philosophy, and more important, a genuine seeker of truth. The Master guided each one to realize his spiritual potential. He inspired some of them to embrace the path of monasticism for the realization of God. These became his monastic disciples, while he inspired others to pursue their spiritual practices, remaining in their families. He taught his disciples to be both broad-minded and yet rooted in their ideals. Sri Ramakrishna also gave them a deeper insight into the kind of service he expected of them in the future. Shivagyane Jive Seva. He anointed Naren as the leader of his young disciples. Furthermore, he imparted to him the spiritual power needed to carry out the divine mission with which he was charged. In short, Sri Ramakrishna was architecting the future Ramakrishna order while setting the mold for future spiritual seekers.
Ramakrishna Math Kochi Vaitila was founded by Swami Purnanandaji Maharaj, and he was a disciple of Swami Nirmalanandaji Maharaj. Sri Ambadi Shankara Menon, an eminent lawyer of Cochin High Court and Deputy Chairman, then Cochin State, was a close devotee of Srimad Swami Nirmalanandaji Maharaj. During this travel, Swamiji used to stay in his house at Ernakulam. The period of stay was mainly spent in conducting religious discourse, which was attended by the elite of the place. One day, Sri Shankara Menon requested Swamiji to construct the ashram in his land at Vaitila, Kochi. Swamiji accepted this proposal, but this did not materialize until Mahasamadhi of Sri Swamiji, which happened in 1938 at Uttapalam ashram. Sri Shankara Menon, as part of his promise made by his approached Nirmalananda Mandalam headquarters in Uttapalam and offered his land. The Mandalam authorized Swami Purnanandaji Maharaj received this land and named this Sri Shankara Menon. The deed was registered in the year of 1945.
Find God in every being. എല്ലാ ജീവനിലും നിലീനമായിരിക്കുന്നത് ഈശ്വരൻ തന്നെയാണ്, ശിവൻ തന്നെയാണ്. ആ ശിവനെയാണ് എന്ന ബോധ്യത്തോടെ ചെയ്യുന്ന ആരാധനയാണ്, സേവയാണ് ഈശ്വരാരാധന ശരിക്കും. ദ ഗ്രേറ്റസ്റ്റ് ടെമ്പിൾ ഈസ് ഹ്യൂമൻ ബീയിങ്. മനുഷ്യന് ഏറ്റവും വലിയ മഹത്തായ ക്ഷേത്രം. ഇത് ഭഗവാൻ ഗീതയിലും പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളതാണ്. ഇതം ശരീരം കൗന്ദേയ ക്ഷേത്രമിത്യഭിധീയതേ. ഈ ശരീരം ക്ഷേത്രമാണ്, ഇതിൽ കുടികൊള്ളുന്നത് ഞാൻ തന്നെയാണ്. ക്ഷേത്രജ്ഞം ചാപിമാം വിദ്ധി സർവക്ഷേത്രേഷു ഭാരത. മുഴുവൻ ക്ഷേത്രങ്ങളിലും സർവ്വജീവനിലും കുടികൊള്ളുന്നത് ഇതേ ഞാൻ തന്നെയാണ്, ഭഗവാൻ തന്നെയാണ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ആശയത്തിനെ പ്രാവർത്തികമാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് രാമകൃഷ്ണ മിഷന്റെ സേവാ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളെല്ലാം.
स्वामी जी जय जय